This is very important as we see the U.S. pressure towards Southern America, Latin America, in which even the U.S. president is not eye to eye, even with a nation like Brazil and its leader Lula da Silva. So once again, it is a very trying time for Southern America, Latin America, and those who are of this ethnicity. And we see how Bad Bunny took to the award ceremony and he said, "Eyes to go out." He's one of the award recipients of the Grammys for releasing a Spanish song, and it has garnered a lot of attention in America. However, coming back to the point, Cuba remains to be the next nation to be shaken by all of this narratives coming out from the U.S. What is your observation, and do you believe that another nation might lose its leader just like Venezuela did last month?
To be very honest, this is not unlikely, because we can only dream about a great leader like Castro, and we cannot think that a leader of his magnitude will once again come back and rule a country like Cuba or any other Mexican country or any other Venezuela or whatever Southern American or North American country, whatever you say. But unfortunately, what we observe is that expectation from a big neighbor to small countries is not any favorism, not any backbiting, not any petting, but only thing is to allow me to flourish with my capacities, with my way, with my design. But here we see this America never tolerates the development of these countries around the America itself. Rather, it is imposing various bans on in these countries, you know, regarding the Mexico, Cuba and Venezuela, Brazil, whatever you named, all these countries are being under direct threat of the America, not even indirect, threat in terms of tariff, in terms of physical capture, in terms of military intervention, or even uplifting or uprooting the ruling party or ruling families. So this cannot be the world order. You know, the Munich Security Conference is coming up from 13th to 15th. It is scheduled from February 13th to 15th, and the main agenda of this particular conference is the rule-based international order. The international order has gone out of the rule now. It is being felt by the world leaders. This particular Munich conference will be attended by, I believe, 50 state heads, and the government heads has already confirmed their attendance in this conference, and many other international organizations will be represented by their most senior officials, and international community, international media, everybody will be focusing on this Munich conference. And it will be the follow-up of the two repeated conference held in Washington and Saudi Arabia, but without any result. Now people are international community or international the policy makers, they are now adamant to get some decision or reach to an decision regarding the old order, which is the first agenda in the meeting. It will be followed by the instability and accelerating conflict in the international community, the order, where this South American and North American countries' condition will definitely come up. And I believe that this security conference will give a new dimension to the world order now, because now our back is almost against the wall now. Now we will have to either come forward or we will have to die. This is the condition in most of the North American and South American countries. So that has to be solved by international community.
We know that the Thai conservatives have won the election in Thailand, 3 prime ministers in 3 years, very sluggish growth. And not only so, Sanae Takaichi held a snap election in Japan, and she had won her popular party has won. And it has some kind of effect towards the fact that Bangladesh is also set for elections coming this Thursday, just 2 days from now. But one important factor being that Asia itself sees in a very precarious situation. We have US allies US arming its allies such as Taiwan, who is now in a face-to-face retaliation with China. And of course, the Japanese Prime Minister had made remarks earlier, the strain between Japan and China. Of course, the neighborhood is very similar. Some of the attributes between these two nations remain very similar as well. But I want to understand how Japan is trying to see its intention in the South China Sea. Even the part of the sea is being very disputed when it comes to China's control on sovereign waters. All of these issues are important when it comes to international affairs. So I want to understand, I know, sir, you have military experience. What does this ensue? How do you see the future of Asia?
Well, seeing the Indian Ocean as a zone of peace, or the peace within the Indian Ocean, is a big question for not only Asia but also for the world community. And this particular two countries you have said, that Japan, China, and in between there is Taiwan. The world order or the world peace relating to this particular Indian Ocean depends largely on these three factors. Japan, since the Second World War, was a very decisive factor for the Allied force and the Axis force both, because the naval power of the Japan was definitely a very crucial to the world community and even to the overall shaping of the world order. And to counter that, lastly, the USA had to first use the atomic bomb onto the Japan. That is the dark part of the history.
Right.
Same Japan is now in different form they have developed. Taking the lessons from this Second World War, they have developed their economy to such a height that yes, everybody or all other countries will have to count Japan for the technological support or some form in terms of technological advancement. Their treatment facilities, their vehicle development, their use of different type of high level, very precise machineries is definitely very important for the overall development of the world. In contrary, China has developed its technologies in such a scale that it can anytime make and unmake anything for a particular country only by exporting its goods or stopping its exporting the goods. In terms of if you got the raw materials, machineries, everything, almost entire world is now dependent on China, even the USA.
Right.
They also cannot live without China.
A popular product from the US, the Apple iPhone, has historically been made in China. Now it's also turning its production into India. So historically, what you said is correct.
Yes. So definitely this matters a lot. Now to counter this, USA has taken the policy that they will invest on Taiwan, and probably basing on the Taiwan, because this is the place where Japan also looks very keenly. China has its own interest and they are also claiming to be its part, and that was also Hong Kong was also under question few days back as far as Chinese interest is concerned. So altogether this Indian Ocean and its countries around the Indian Ocean will make a very significant role in the next few years to come, number one. Number two, as you say, slightly pointed out regarding the election in Bangladesh, this is very crucial, not only for Bangladeshis, it's for the region, it's for the world community as well. Why? I think we can discuss in the next segment also.